I technically should have started yesterday, but one day off of it isn't going to impact us too terribly much, I don't think. It's Alirien, and today we are starting the process of packing for a surprise extra trip to Disney World this year. We are leaving in just under a week. Basically what's happened is Disney has finally announced when Tom Sawyer Island and the riverboat for Rivers of America will be permanently closing in order for them to be able to start working on the new Piston Peak National Park Cars expansion. Ask me how I feel about that. In order for me to have one last go on those attractions and for Chris to be able to experience them with me, as well as, like, 2 days after we booked, basically, they announced that Rock and Roller Coaster in Hollywood Studios would be closing at the end of this year in order to receive its Muppets re-theme. So we're taking care of 3 birds with 1 trip. We are running back to Disney for a total of 4 days, 2 park days, to ride the riverboat, probably a couple of times, to explore Tom Sawyer Island, to ride the railroad past Frontierland, and then to go ride Rock and Roller Coaster in Hollywood Studios. So we have 4 major tasks. Chris and I are also going to go see Fantasmic because he has yet to see it. But yeah, we're going to be camping at Fort Wilderness. So this is both a Disney trip and a camping trip. So you'll see some different things there. But yeah, I'm filming another packing process so that you guys can see some of the differences based on types of trips or intended destinations. And this one's gonna be interesting because it is both a Disney trip, which has its own needs, as well as a camping trip, which has certain needs that most other trips don't need. Today, the priorities are picking out what I'm going to use for luggage, deciding what clothing I am going to pack, and we might have time today. We've been getting a lot of rain basically every single day for the last week, and it was supposed to rain today, but it has yet to. So when I'm done with everything here on the computer, if it's still light out, I might run out there and have Chris help me with popping the tent and pulling out the stuff we need for setting up our campsite to make sure that the tent, the pop canopy, and the tent rug, the beach rug at the very least, are all clean and in good condition, and get the canopy back into its container. So those are the priorities. If we don't get to the tent and everything today, we'll do it tomorrow because he is off tomorrow. Because this is a short trip, we're only going to be there for 4 days. Very short, sweet, focused. I'm going to be prioritizing practicality as much as possible. I may bring 1 ear headband for fun for while we're there, but I am more concerned with just being super practical for running around 2 theme parks and for the fact that we are going to be on a campground. All of that said, let me pop over to show you the packing list. So as you can see here, I have already filled in where we're going and how long we'll be there, and there's no special events going on. So we are going to check the weather. Lake Buena Vista's already in my recent places to check. Alrighty, let's look at the 10-day forecast. Okay, a pop-up ad in the middle of the page? Really? Come on, Weather Channel. This is why we use ad blockers. And why it's going right back on when I'm done here. 22 to 26, no, sorry, 23 to 26. We are looking at rain, so definitely practicality. It's gonna be real hot and real wet. This is going to be interesting. So we're going to make sure we have rain jackets and good shoes for running around wet. Hi, Bramble. Hi. Come on. Yeah. Hello. So yeah, rain jackets, good shoes for running around very wet parks. I will probably prioritize wearing my tennis shoes instead of Tom's or something else that might more easily get soaked. Because I currently don't have a good pair of rain boots. I might see where I can find a good pair of rain boots, but I'm not sure if I will have time. So there's the plan there. Hopefully it doesn't rain too terribly much during the night while we're sleeping. I'm a little concerned about our campsite getting wet, but we will do what we need to do. So we are going to put in, lowest it'll be is 75. So we're going to put 75 to like what, 96? 92. I'll put 31. Cloud cover is gonna be, I'll put 75% because, I mean, between isolated and then afternoon thunderstorms each of these days. Based on that, probably going to prioritize wearing shorts or jeans for the most part, because dealing with a skirt on a windy, rainy day, not going to be fun. I will actually take off the dress and skirt options. So I'm using the same Daily Decision wheel app, and I'm going to tap on the options that involve skirts or dresses to disable them so it won't pick from those. That way we only get shorts or jeans as our bottoms, basically. Just, again, practicality, super easy. If all of them are jeans, I can get away with the one pair of jeans and just bringing however many shirts. I'll probably bring a pair of shorts just to be safe in the event that I get too hot, or if my jeans get soaked at the ankle, I can trade them out for shorts for whatever reason. But let's spin the wheel for our Magic Kingdom day. Go ahead and add jeans to the list there while it's spinning. And these two sections I'm going to get rid of. So probably what I'll do is we'll add shapewear in with the undergarments and probably just remove these 4 sections entirely. Because I need no costumes. I'm definitely not bringing a dress. All right, tank top and shorts. Sneakers. And I will need to make sure I have socks. So I'm gonna bring an extra pair of socks for each of our park days, just in case my feet get soaked. So that'll be 4 pairs? Yeah, we'll bring 4 pairs of socks. And then under toiletries, I definitely want sunscreen. And insert row below. I will definitely want insect repellent for while we're at the campsite, because mosquitoes love me way too much. So yeah, we got tank and shorts. So we will spin again for our Hollywood Studios day. I'll actually change this to outerwear. And we will put rain jacket, and I will bring a sweater or sweatshirt of some kind. A blouse and shorts. Okay. We'll bring the 1 pair of shorts that works for both. 1 tee, because I'll be wearing 1 on the way up. 1 blouse. Shorts. PJs. 2 bras. And then 6 pairs of underwear. We're not going to worry about any workout gear, nor are we going to worry about costumes or shapewear, because I don't need tights or anti-chafe shorts. So we are actually going to take this and put it there. We're gonna put that there, delete that, and delete these rows just to keep it compact. Delete 3 rows. There we go. Since we've already determined Tom's sneakers, so I'll either bring Converse or my tennis shoes. If I can find a good pair of rain boots, we'll do that. There we are on shoes. And that is the bulk of today, is figuring out what the weather's going to be like and what we're going to wear in response. I'm going to go pick out the specific tank top, blouse, shorts, etc. that I'm going to use. I have 1 good rain jacket because I have yet to mend the shoulder of the shorter one. Pick out what long sleeve I'm going to wear on the other, in the car on the way there and on the way back. And as much as I like these jeans that I'm wearing, I think I will bring one of the other pairs that doesn't have the tattered bits for the drive there and the drive back. It really will only be for the drive to and from Orlando. And we are probably going to do some stuff in Disney Springs the day we get there, the day we get back. So I may end up bringing an extra t-shirt to change into from having driven, but I'm not too terribly worried about it, especially if it's going to be raining the whole time. So yeah, but yeah, that is the bulk of today. So I'll go pick some stuff out and trade out for more specific terms on here, but and I'll show you guys what I've picked out to pack everything in, and then we will get a tent and a canopy popped and a rug unrolled and swept and made sure that they're clean and dry. Alright, now luckily since we're not going for very long, I don't need as much in the way of clothing, and thus I don't need as much in the way of space. So we're going to attempt to use this duffel bag this time around. It's a Betsy Johnson that I found, I think at a Ross or a Marshall's a few years ago. I love it so much. It's so cute. It's got like the alien kitty on the tag and everything. I do really like a lot of what Betsy Johnson does. She's probably one of the few like designers that I really enjoy. And then here's where my jewelry will be. Super duper cute sushi printed case. I think I might have used the same one earlier this year when Mom and I went to Disney. And then we're gonna prioritize these packing cubes again because I like them a lot, but I do of course have this secondary set. So that is the bulk of it. Haven't picked a toiletry bag yet. I'll worry about that on Thursday when we finalize the toiletry list, but this is what we're working with. So let's figure out what we're doing in terms of a shirt or a tank top. It looks like I'm gonna need to perhaps do, this might be the tank top, unless I do some laundry to wash more. I don't know if I've got any clean tank tops in here. But yeah, it looks like the tank top might be that purple Supergirl one, unless I find one that I like better that's clean. In here, blouse are we gonna bring? That's the bigger question, is which blouse do I really want to trust to the elements? This one's nice. This one could go fairly well. That's gonna be too warm. That's gonna be too warm. I might need to do some laundry for blouses as well to find one that's not gonna be too warm that day. All right, so I think I might plan for this one because it's a nice comfy one. The only potential issue being that it's low cut, but it is very comfortable. It fits me well and it will look fine with jeans or shorts. We will plan for that one. This one's fairly comfy though. It'll be warm because it's dark, but like the sleeves roll up. They pretty much stay permanently rolled up. Yeah, I think I'll actually plan for that one because it'll be warm, but it'll be comfy and a bit more practical in all other ways. Especially for running around a theme park for most of the day. So yeah, we'll plan for this Converse brand button up. I think I'll end up bringing the purple shorts to go with that blouse and that tank top. So yeah, we're gonna change out the text on this list to specify those things. I need to pick out what sweater I'm gonna bring. Let's do that now while I'm thinking about it. And see, part of what I try to do when I go to Disney is bring stuff that's not inherently Disney branded, just so that particularly when I'm with other people, so that I don't blend in with everybody else wearing Disney everywhere. This one's pretty nice. It's got pockets on it, but it doesn't come closed. This is the rain jacket. Nice long one from LL Bean that my mom got me freshman year of college for walking around a campus that likes to drown itself. That's gonna be too thick. Because if I bring a sweater, it'll probably be that red one because it's got the pockets. Or I'll bring a sweatshirt. Like this Jinx hoodie is pretty good, even though it's black. It'll either be the red sweater with the pockets or this black hoodie with the Get Jinxed design on it. We'll see. Because it's really only for comfort in the car, and more of like a personal comfort than a keeping warm comfort. I might end up not using it that much at all. So I think I'll bring the Jinx hoodie. We will set those aside. Here we go. That was mostly a boob shot, sorry. Oh, you know what? I just said I don't always like to bring Disney branded stuff, but I've just remembered that I have this new blouse. And I say blouse because it's not just a t-shirt, but I got this Atlantis jersey, like baseball style jersey recently. So maybe I'll bring that. We'll see. All right, it is Wednesday, the 18th of June. It is 4 days till we leave, 5 days until we leave. So the focus is today. I did go out with the beach canopy, which is there, and pop it to sweep the floor, and noticed that there are some mildew stains on it. It seems it did collect some moisture and that moisture sat. So I will pop it again in the morning to try to scrub as much of that as possible. If we need to replace it, we'll replace it, but I'm hoping that it can at least last for one more go. And then maybe we'll put it at the curb for somebody to take if they want it. Replace it with a fresh one. We will worry about the tent tomorrow. It keeps threatening to rain at exactly the wrong moments is the long and short of it. But we need to list out all accessories that I want or need. and I'm going to go ahead and pack the clothing, excuse me, today. So I have grabbed all of my undergarments are already packed in their packing cube, which is in the duffel bag on the chair there. So now we're gonna pack the rest of my clothes. The 2 jackets are going to not go in a packing cube. They're just gonna get stuffed in the duffel bag. So we're gonna pack clothing real quick, and then we'll go list out what specific accessories. I did go get a fresh pair of rain boots today. Those will go in the car for if and when I need them. I'm not gonna worry about trying to get them into the duffel bag. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead. I'm filming on my phone because my camera died right as I was trying to film this on it, so it is charging. We're gonna use the phone for this, but yeah, let's get t-shirts and all packed. I did end up changing my mind about the blouse. I ended up deciding to go with the Atlantis baseball jersey, and I grabbed a black undershirt, a black tank top to go underneath that, particularly in case it gets too warm that day and I feel the need to take that off. I will have another shirt on underneath. So yeah, let's get clothing packed in the packing cube and in the duffel bag, and then we'll go list out jewelry and stuff. Clothing, undergarments, 2 jackets, and there's the rain boots. So that's clothing taken care of. Now let's go work on that accessory list. It's after my stream, it's been a few hours, but computer's working now, so we can pick up where we left off. Spinning the wheel, it did pick earrings from my jewelry no, did it? No, it was earrings from the tray, excuse me. And then for headwear, it first spun a beanie, but I'm not wearing a beanie in 90-degree weather. So I spun again. It gave me headband, actually for both days. So I'm gonna bring one ear headband and use it for both days. So we're gonna do, I already know which one to, it's gonna be the Sorcerer ears that I got on the last trip, and we will write down, having gone and looked at my jewelry in each of the places, we're gonna do the spyglass pendant. I have a little like silver chain with blue crystals that will actually go perfectly with the Atlantis jersey. I'll pick like 1 or 2 bracelets that I'll wear each day. Since both of my shirts on these days are blue, the shorts are green, I will probably pick something that goes with that blue-green color scheme. Both of the follow bracelets I have are in that color scheme, so I might just bring both of those and then 1 extra. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry too much about rings. If I bring any other rings that aren't listed, it'll be like this beaded one, or I have another one with a tiger eye with a hematite. So yeah, I'll put that for this ring that's on my index finger. I say balance beads, it's quite literally a string of beads. That's a ring. Obviously, pins. It's Disney, gotta bring pins. I will bring my bandana and probably my cap, just to have on hand for the driving days. Is that everything? Oh, let me put my magic band on here so I can make sure it gets packed along with that stuff tomorrow. I'm just gonna pick either the Ariel or the new one. Chris is just bringing his one. There's that. For some reason my purple one is missing. I need to figure out what the hell happened to it. So yeah, I'm gonna go pick out that other pair of earrings. I have some that are blue hearts, so yeah, I think that's the bulk of what I need to consider as far as accessories. If anything else comes up, I will add it. But that's the long and short of today, is figuring those things out. So tomorrow we will pack the jewelry and accessories, so basically all of this, and we will list out our toiletries and makeup. And then on Friday, pack the toiletries and the makeup as far as we can go. Actually, I think I might do it reverse. I think we'll pack this stuff and then list out the excess stuff that I want or need for like while we're sitting in the campground, killing time before going to bed, and just stuff that I absolutely want to have in my bag or what have you, such as, you know, making sure I have my camera, chargers for the camera, charger for my phone, if I want to bring one of my ring lights for better lighting in the tent when I'm filming at night. I actually might bring the smaller ring light with me, my tripod, things like that. So that's what we'll list out tomorrow after we pack the jewelry and shoes and such. And then that way on Friday we'll pack all that stuff and list out the toiletries and makeup. That'll all get packed last, because I need to be absolutely sure that I don't need 90% of it. And you can see I already have sunscreen and insect repellent on the list to be absolutely sure that I bring that. Because even though it's supposed to be raining the whole time, it's still Florida, there's a lot of sun, and my skin has been very unhappy with how hot and sunny it's been this summer. So yeah, that's the bulk of today. So I will see y'all tomorrow for day 4. Today is Friday the 20th of June. It is 3 days until we leave. I did get my jewelry packed in its case yesterday, but I didn't get around to the rest of what I needed to do, so we're going to pack the rest of the accessories. We're going to list out everything we need as far as extras, anything that's not clothing, accessories, or toiletries, and get those packed, and then we are going to pack that stuff and list out our toiletries. So let's work on the listing aspect and then we'll go get things packed. So we're going to list out our extra stuff first. Now, obviously, because I will be vlogging, I need my camera, I need my phone. I'm probably not going to worry about a laptop, but we need chargers. We need our camping battery. I'll bring my headphones. But that's probably the bulk of it for me. As far as miscellaneous goes, I need the book I'm currently reading, my travel journal, my planner, some pens, my tarot, which lives in my purse anyway, picnic blanket, which is already in the car, tent, canopy, mattress, blankets, pillows, chairs, bench, dishes, cooler, basically all the camping stuff. Bring the ice bucket as well. I'm actually not sure if we will need a grill. Let me see. I hate how small these photos are. So it looks like there is a grill there already, so we probably don't need to bring our own. Yeah, there's like a water hookup, electrical. We won't need the grill, we'll need charcoal, cookware, lights, extension table, tarps because of the rain. We're basically going to bring one very large one to drape over the tent and the canopy, at least while we're gone during the day. I'm hoping there's not going to be that much in the way of rain at night, but we'll see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else at all. My reading light. Water bottle. I need to bring my portable straw to keep in my bag as well, just so I'm not using the paper or the plastic ones, which is a personal preference. I think that's everything there though, so we will delete this row for now. And now we will work on this part. So I need deodorant, perfume, shampoo, conditioner, soap, face, soap, pumice stone, hair oil, scrunchies, lip balm, primer, concealer, foundation, powder, highlighter, eyeliner, mascara, eye pencil, lipstick, blush, setting spray, remover, washcloth to remove it, brushes, medications, blemish patches, serum, moisturizer. Almost forgot about that. Oh, toothbrush and toothpaste would also be useful. Floss, hairbrush. Yeah, I think that's everything. We are going to print this. And once that's printed, I will start with actually packing everything. When Chris gets home, we're getting straight to working on the camping gear because yesterday it started raining right as we were about to do it. It's been a problem. If need be, I will scoot my mom's car back and we'll do it under the carport in case it starts raining on us again. But we are getting that done. All right, I've got most stuff gathered. This is not the best lighting because the ring light is below me, but bear with me. I've got most stuff gathered. I'm not sure where my dragon belt is. I'm gonna go look for that in a minute. It's not necessary though. I really only need to bring one belt. And I have found most of my personal, like, miscellaneous stuff. I can't place where my planner is. I'm gonna check in the car later. And if it's not in the car, I will ask if I left it at a friend's place. It's not the most important thing. If I end up not bringing it, it's not a huge deal, but I do prefer to have it. But I've got just about everything else gathered, so I'm gonna get it all packed in the tote bag and duffel bag and all down there. That's about it until Chris gets home to help me with the tent. Saturday, the 21st of June. It is 2 days before we leave. And really, for the most part, I've been focusing on Chris's stuff today because all that's left for me is toiletries and makeup. Makeup I still need tomorrow since I'm gonna try to stream tomorrow night when I'm done hanging out with my friends. And there's a couple of toiletries I will need basically until the morning of that aren't getting packed right away. So those bags are gonna live in the bathroom, but here's what I've got of Chris's stuff ready to go. That's his rain jacket, his clothing, his kilt in his bag. My stuff is mostly ready to go over here. And then back here, here's our toiletry situation. I've got these 2 small bags for my makeup. This is all complexion, this is eyes and lips, and then this is the bulk of my toiletries. Anything that we both use is probably going to go in his bag because he needs a little bit less in the way of toiletries than I do, just from being a guy. I might keep an extra bottle of sunscreen and an extra thing of bug repellent in the car. I'm also going to bring these to try out. I've never actually used them, but they're supposed to be like a reusable repellent bracelet. Yeah, wear on wrist or ankle, store in resealable airtight bag, avoid direct sunlight. So we're gonna bring one of these, I guess one of the blue ones, and see how that goes. He doesn't have an issue with mosquitoes like I do. I'm the one who seems to attract them. But that's the bulk of that. And then I, like with my jewelry, I spin for perfume because I have a lot of perfumes, and this was the winner, Night Queen. So that is in there. I've got my makeup cloth and everything. I think I've got just about everything that can be packed outside of him deciding what cologne and what 2 beard products he's bringing, because he has a legion of butters and oils down here for keeping his beard soft and healthy. I've already got my hair oil. These are the last 2 things face-wise that I need to pack. I'm holding off until Monday morning because hopefully I will remember to actually fully wash my face at least one more time before Monday. Same with my toothbrush and toothpaste. Those are waiting until Monday to get packed. The lip balm as well. But yeah, that is the bulk of everything for today. It's just toiletries, makeup, and then I'm about to go pack whatever snacks we absolutely want. So I guess I'll go deal with that right now. I did also clear out the car. So I went through with a trash bag to clean out any trash, collected recyclables and tossed them in the recycling bin, and then anything that was in the car that does not need to come along with us and thus needed to come back in the house got brought back in the house. Particularly his bow ties, because he wears real bow ties for work and usually very quickly ends up taking it off and leaving it in the car. So I had 2 bow ties to rescue from the car today. But yeah, and then the sunshade and a spare tripod are both in the trunk. So yeah, let's get some snacks packed. It's Editing Alley, and I didn't realize how abruptly the recording of this packing vlog kind of ended there. That snack packing clip was the last thing. I had intended to show us packing the car and setting up the campsite, but we packed the car a little frantically because the weather was awful here in Louisiana when we were trying to leave that first day, and we had to get Ace and Layla over to his mom's place. We packed like the vast majority of our stuff, stopped, brought the dogs over to her place, came back home, packed the rest of the stuff, and then had to get on the road. With all of that, we ended up forgetting some things and thus had to take extra detours in our route, and so we ended up not setting up the campsite until it was getting dark, and so you wouldn't have been able to see anything on the recording anyway. So hopefully that sort of thing will go better next time. And the whole vlog, I think you could probably tell it was a little bit frantic and a little bit overwhelming to me, just because there was a lot going on in that week leading up to that trip, because we had planned it, at least as far as Disney trips go, we planned and booked it pretty last minute. But all that said, it did go pretty well. There were a few snafus that I think get explained in the travel vlogs from that week, so I will hold off going into any of those details. But the next thing I think I will be packing for will be a Renaissance festival, either Arkansas or Texas. So if y'all would like to see the process again with a Renaissance festival in mind, or if you'd like to see how I pack for being an exhibitor or a vendor at an event, because Maker Faire is coming up in October and I have applied to be part of that again this year. If you'd like to see either of those, let me know in the comments. I might do one more of these that is a Ren Fair vlog, and if we have a trip that's going to explore another place without any sort of special event like Level Up, we're still planning on going to Kentucky at some point as a leisure trip, just Chris and I, because I want to work out the kinks of filming this sort of video anyway. All of that said, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you know where the buttons and the links are here on YouTube to show me that love. Or on Rumble if you're watching this on Rumble. But if nothing else, I hope you will subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and ring that notification bell to turn on all notifications so you never miss a video. I am hoping to reach 500 subscribers by the end of the year, so I would love if you would be part of that first 500 adventurers. If you'd like to see more content like this video specifically, I do have my vlog playlist linked in the cards and in the description, where you can also find my Linktree portal if you would like to keep up with my adventures on other social media planes. As always, I'd like to give a huge special thanks to my covens of patrons and Twitch subs who continue to be my biggest supporters. And if you, dear viewer, would like to join either of those ranks, again, check that link tree for my Patreon, which begins at $1 per month, or my Twitch channel, which begins at $5.99 for a tier 1 sub. Thanks again. Stay tuned for Breath of the Wild Part 18 and Disney World Part 1. And I shall speak to you all again very soon. Keep aiming, my loves.